Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly. And got a good one for you today. I'm back in Los Angeles. It's beautiful. It's absolutely lovely. So many things are happening live that are bad. And there's so much to cover in this video. Please, as always, don't forget to like the video. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to sign up for Christmas in May. Thousands of you have already signed up for that. And today we have a sponsor, My Patriot Supply. Guys, look at all these restaurants closed. You've got the Walgreens at the front of the street that is on Sunset and Vine that closed because of crime. And you know, they board it up. You think something's going to move in there, and then it's not. It's just an absolute mess, guys. An absolute mess. But here's the Bed Bath & Beyond that they're liquidating, and no surprise. So, and then you got the Hollywood Walk of Fame out here, but it's a mess. Now, Paul sent me a great story that I have to cover with you, and that is, have you ever gone to the bank and gotten more than $2,000 or 2,000 pounds out of the bank? Well, yeah, Dan, I did it last week. You know, you told me to put money away, so I went and got money and stuck it in my drawer, and I'm protected. Okay. Paul went to, the bank was UK National Westminster Bank. Okay? There's a note in the door, and here's a copy of the note. And unbelievable, but read this. And also, you got somebody sleeping on the sidewalk out here. The note says, basically, I'll read it to you. Basically, hey, listen, if you need more than 2,000 pounds, you need to give us 24 hours notice. Well, that's insane. That right there is enough to make me pull my money out of any bank. 2,000 pounds, you got to have 24 hours notice, and be prepared to answer questions. What are you doing with this money? We want to make sure you're safe. We want to make sure that you're not being held hostage, or we want to make sure that you're not being under any criminal duress right now as to why you need this cash. So be prepared to answer it. Listen, I want to go to Vegas. I met the most irresponsible woman ever, who said, let's get crazy and pull out 10 grand, Dan. Let's go get nuts. Okay. Let me go to the bank. You know what I mean? It's none of your business, guys. It's none of your business. Well, I'm going to go buy some gold. Some guy in the street corner says he's going to sell it to me. Okay. The pawn shop looks like it's going to close, and I want to go there and buy a Rolex. You know, it's an $80,000 watch. It's only about 3 grand, but, you know, let me take my chances. It's none of their business. Do you understand? This is the beginning of them controlling the money. Okay? Nuts, guys. Absolutely crazy that they're doing this. And this is absolutely the beginning of the end. Now, things come in rashes when it comes to iAllegedly. And the rash right now is that in the States here, it's what's the money for? Hi, I noticed you're getting $1,500 out. It's none of your business. None of your business. It's my money in your bank. It's none of your business. I am telling you, this is the big setup right now. Someone sent me a notice, so did another person, that Memorial Day weekend, they're going to close the bank down for service. If you need money between Friday and Tuesday morning, you better make arrangements to have the money up front. Don't have any electronic payments that you plan on happening? That kind of a worry, guys, right now. But once again, look at this letter. I'm going to show it again. This is insane, guys. This is posted on the door of that UK National Westminster Bank. This is nuts, okay? It's absolutely insane that they want to know what the money's used for. It's none of their damn business. None of their business at all. And again, if I was being held up for money, it'd be for a heck of a lot more money than 2,000 pounds, okay? You know, come on, guys. It gets nuts, guys. It gets to be nobody's business in the world ever. I hate this city. I just do. Okay? Nice people, dirty, okay? When it rains, it cleans it out. But talking about feeling unsafe, oh yeah, that's it. That's how I feel right now. So they're going to limit the amount of money that you take out of the bank. They're going to limit your payments. If you can't take cash out, okay, let's play along here. You can't take cash out of the bank. What's going to make them limit your payments? Well, damn, they can't do that. I've got $165,000 in this bank. I'm going to be able to buy whatever I want. What happens if you can't? Think about this. This started with Charles Schwab about October of last year. Now it's gone to other brokerage houses where you can't walk in there with a money order and make a deposit. Okay? So if anybody out there has a brokerage account that you can make a deposit with a money order, let us know, because I'm curious as to who that is. And again, the poorest communities go out and pay bills with money orders. You can go to the post office and buy a money order and buy it like $1,000 money order. You can do that, but you can't put that into a brokerage account now because it resembled that it came from cash. So that's disturbing, guys. It really is. So what's next? Well, you're limiting the transaction. People's ATM and debit card transactions are being limited each day. That's happening all around us, guys. All around us. So what's next? I always appreciate when business owners send me boots on the ground stories. Martin is from Australia. Martin is, just say he's in the telecom space, okay? Martin is looking at the sales of his company that's been open decades, and sales are off 60%. 60% for 2023. And this is not, somebody that's running it haphazardly. He's not overextended. He's cut back. And now he's starting to look at it and he's like, you know what? I'm going to listen to this nut in California that's walking on the beach and in hell, and I'm going to ask him about it. I'm going to look at my numbers. So what did he do? He does his numbers and then figures out that things are off over 60%. Well, that's worrisome. Where do you draw the line? Where do you sit there and say that things are bad right now? Because that's what they are. Okay? So, share your thoughts on this stuff so far. Now, the bank bailout is going to come with a big price tag. And, they're talking about how, hey, this time it's going to be much different than 2008 because it's going to be much worse. Oh, by the way, guys, check this out. See this thing right here? It's a food delivery robot. Okay? It's on delivery right now through LA. This is delivering legal weed, it says. Isn't that nice? So you can order and have it sent to your house. Isn't that crazy? Only in California, guys. That's Isaiah. How you doing, Isaiah? You good? Isn't that nuts? So the bank bailout this time is going to be much, much worse. And the reason for that is they're saying two things. Listen, don't worry. The FDIC set up a program where the banks pay into a fund and it's going to, take care of the banks and take care of any deposits, and we're all good in good shape. Only problem is they've had 3 banks fail and squandered that money. But it wasn't enough. Understand this. JP Morgan fleeced it, took everything good, left all the bad debt for us to pay, and there's no money in the FDIC right now. This is an absolute disaster. Then you're going to have bail-ins, which people have said, oh, I don't want to hear about bail-ins. That's ridiculous. Well, what they're going to do is they're going to issue stock for your deposits and say, hey, listen, Dan, you've got $10,000 in this bank. You're now a shareholder of the bank. And you're going to have worthless shares that you won't be able to sell or do anything with, but that's what you have to look forward to. Okay? Isn't LA fantastic up here? I love it. I really do. It's just fantastic. Okay? This guy doesn't look like he's breathing, This is awful. This is humanity at its absolute lowest right now. All you do is show us everything that's good. Yeah, okay. Think about this. The Chinese theater straight ahead. Where the Academy Awards are, straight ahead. All the tourists travel from around the world to come to Hollywood, straight ahead, okay? There's the Starline bus, guys, right there, okay? Okay? Wow, Joan, seems a lot dirtier than I thought it would be. Yeah, it is, guys. So, the banking mess is just that. It's a complete mess right now. And the FDIC, if you have faith in them right now, have multiple banks. Put money into certain brokerage accounts, you know, look at different ways of protecting your finances right now, to say the least. Let's talk about our sponsor, My Patriot Supply. In these precarious times, you need to worry about food. You need to worry about food shortages. There's been over 1,000 food distribution companies that have gone out of business or been burnt down in the last year. You need to protect yourself and your family. If there's ever a reason that there's a food shortage, you need to make sure that you're protected. If you go to foodwithdan.com, the great people at My Patriot Supply set up tremendous deals. And what I insisted on was that the more people purchase, the better deal they got. So the more you buy, you get more things. You can even get, you know, a water distiller that will make it so that you can have fresh drinking water and energy bars and things like that. Protect yourself, protect your family today. Go to Food with Dan, but look at how you can get emergency food supplies that are very inexpensive right now. Do it today before it's too late, but check out foodwithdan.com. Hey, another delivery guy. Hey, Francisco, how come you're not moving? Time is money, Francisco. Francisco's just sitting there. So if you stop them, it goes, excuse me, excuse me. So, oh, Francisco's delivering food. Look, he's coming up behind me. Isn't that cool? Isn't that crazy? So, only in LA, guys. They say American shale, the production is going to be off dramatically, and it's gonna, you know, oil and gas industry getting clobbered for 1,000 reasons right now when we should be drilling and digging stuff out of the earth ourselves instead of having it shipped in from around the globe, and just expensive, you know. Gas prices are still up, and we could be producing things here that we're not producing. Isn't this nice? Like that paint job in your business? Isn't that cool? All the tourist shops. It's nice, guys. So, come on down. Frank sent me a great story where he took pictures of a car lot, used car lot, that's completely loaded. A year ago, they had no cars. Now, the dealership is so full of automobiles that they cannot sell that they're using every square inch of land around this car dealership in Hiram, Georgia. It's near, you know, Atlanta, somewhat near Atlanta. And this is the sign of the times. People cannot afford these cars right now. They can't afford the expense. Financing's way too much. It's completely off. So Denise sent me a story about a friend of hers that hasn't made a house payment in a few months and loaded her credit cards to about 100 grand. And I'm just going to file bankruptcy and just get rid of this. I can't handle it. I can't even afford to make the minimum payments now. And the worst part about this is that you're going to see more and more people do this. And it's wrong. It's bad, you know, but just to sit there and charge it up and get rid of it and then just go, oh, no, I'm just going to bankrupt the whole thing. So this is going to happen more and more. Now, what's disturbing about this is Denise's friend that told her this story hasn't made a house payment in a while, but there's 3 people on her street that are in foreclosure right now on the woman's street. So just overextended, okay? Hollywood Suit Outlet, guys. You can go get yourself a suit. I love this place. It's like Dan Fantasyland in there, okay? Anyways, you know what I mean? So many people are upside down. Nobody wants to admit it. Nobody wants to admit how bad their finances are. Nobody wants to admit how bad business is. I give people credit that sit there and go through the numbers and say, wait a second, we're not making any money. We're not selling what we used to sell. If you don't cut costs now, you're doomed. You're absolutely doomed. I don't care how big or how small your company is, you have to cut back. And if you don't look at things like all these companies that are laying people off, it's just a sign of the times. Have you guys heard of Polestar? Polestar is an EV car company. Have you even heard of them? Polestar just announced that, hey, delivery on our Polestar Model 3 is going to be late. We're going to cut production for this quarter, the numbers off, and we're behind on deliveries right now. So, guys, kiss of death for Polestar. I didn't know that Polestar was around until I went to Laguna Beach, California. They have a dealership in Laguna Beach, California, right on Pacific Coast Highway and Cliff Drive, right there. Prime real estate. They took one of those great locations that I've always shown you guys, and they put an EV car company in there. And I'm like, what's this? Okay, and they wouldn't talk to me because somebody recognized me, and they knew I would end up slamming them. Like, isn't this a bad place for a car dealership? Anyways, has anybody out there bought a Polestar? Has anybody bought an F-150 Lightning? Anybody? Okay, that's great. You too could travel to Hollywood, California. That's great. Come on down. Join me. The world is broken, guys. You have people sleeping on the streets. You have, humanity suffering right in front of our eyes. It's horrific. $1.4 billion was just approved for Los Angeles to help the homeless. Okay? What do you think the odds are that these people are going to get a place to sleep? Seriously. Okay? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Oh, don't worry, the police are here. Okay? Come on, guys. This is ridiculous all the way around. Next thing, debt ceiling, a couple things about that's absolutely insane. I woke up this morning, there was another letter from Janet Yellen. I'm like, oh, this is last week's letter from the 15th. No. Yesterday she sent out another letter, and the worst thing about this, guys, is that it's basically doubling down. Listen, if you don't resolve this by June 1st, we're out of money. Bills are not going to get paid. Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare, everything's going to stand. So our military is not going to get paid. This is awful that this is being done this way. And again, two things. Why is she not locked in a room with Kevin McCarthy and everybody else that has to, Hakeem Jeffries, everybody? Why are they not working on this right now? And to sit there and blame one side is insanity. They just want to raise the credit line. And it's absolutely terrible that they're going to do this again. That's what's going to that's how they're going to resolve it. Joe Biden steps forward and says, hey, I'm not going to approve any debt ceiling contingencies that help the crypto traders. Huh? Where is that in this agreement? Have I missed something? I've never seen an agreement that anybody's complained about crypto traders and how there's some miraculous thing that's going to benefit crypto trading in the debt debacle. Okay? Tell me. Because I sure haven't seen it. Poland has bought more gold than ever before. 45 more tons of gold right now. Okay? What are they doing? Why are they doing this, guys? Why are they hedging their bet against the central banks and everything? They own more gold than they've ever owed before. Okay? So, unbelievable. Okay? So, yeah, that's nice. I'm telling you, I would not be out here at night. Let me just admit that to you. Okay? No way, Jose. One thing in Los Angeles that's become a real problem is there is a law here that if someone is using a van or car or motorhome for a residence and they're potentially sleeping in it, you cannot tow it in the city of Los Angeles. How insane is that? So there are what they call van slumlords that go out and take vans that are basically out of commission, can't drive them. They tow them to a spot and they say, hey, you can pay us X amount of dollars a month and this is your place to live. Is that lunacy? That's happening here in Los Angeles. Can you believe that? There's no law in the books that if you have something like that, that they make you move it. You can't because it's a potential resident. Okay? Nuts. Only in LA. Only in Los Angeles. Now there's a city council person that's trying to stop this and saying, hey, we need to get this fixed. And we need to have a law in the books. Imagine there's a law in the books that you can have people sleeping on the sidewalk. You can have people walking around. But man, you can also sleep in your van if it's considered a residence. So because things are so bad, you're going to see more people sleeping in it. Sorry for the haphazard tone of this video, but kind of walking and talking and kind of trying to keep myself together. Okay? So unbelievable. But guys, there's the Chinese theater right there. Okay? So crazy. Yeah. Unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. Okay, guys. This is Hollywood. This is downtown where you've got the Dolby Theater right there. You've got the Chinese Theater, you know, where all the footprints are at. That's just, you can see it from here. It's 1 block ahead. Okay? It's lovely, lovely part of town. Couple things to finish this video. First thing, Elon Musk just put 4 people into space to go to the International Space Station from SpaceX. Let's put it this way. I think that SpaceX is going to be his most successful company. It's not public. It's still privately funded. But I think it's just a matter of time until they're going to do that. So it's going to be interesting to say the least. But 4 people into space. Now here's the final story that's insane. The cost of going back to work. This is from Business Insider. People are complaining because do you know how expensive it is? You have to buy clothes to go to work. You have to buy gas and get yourself to work. So that's outrageous. Plus, you have to buy lunch throughout the day. So this is called going to work, guys. I've never met anybody that gets to go to work for free, but now people are complaining about they're putting it down. You know, this could cost me $45 a day to go to work, to have a job. It's only 45 bucks a day. I think you're getting off light. So do you see the insanity of how the world has gone upside down over the course of the last 3 years? People don't want to sit there and say there's a cost of doing business. How about the fact that you get dressed up to go to work? You don't put your sweats on and yoga pants. So crazy, absolutely crazy. All these people going on the Starline tour. Isn't that nice? You can rent that. What's that one? That's the Corvette. Yeah, that's the Ferrari. You can rent those. Isn't that nice? You can rent those and drive up and down this gritty street. That's terrible, Dan, that you say that. It's where Jimmy Kimmel shot, right here. Okay? So, nicest thing in this neighborhood's me. But anyways, please don't forget to hit the like button. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm sorry, I get anxiety every time I come up here because it's just such a letdown. This used to be, I used to want to be in Hollywood so bad, and this is just everything that's not. Does that make sense? It's not what it used to be at all. It's dirty. It's awful. And then for you complainers out there that say, you never go to any place that's dirty. Okay, well, lucky you. You win the lottery today. Okay? Don't forget to like the video, subscribe. Onward and upward. If you want to send me great stories, also beware of the banking situation and beware of the situation with the insurance companies right now because they are cutting people off left and right. Left and right. You're going to see insurance claims not get paid. You're going to see insurance companies go upside down and be financially insolvent. That's going to be the next thing. So I will see you guys very soon. Onward and upward. Stay safe.